Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations about a variety of social, emotional, and coaching related topics. We do that in an audio format, and we try to do that as often as we can. We're usually here every day. Over the last several years, it's not a guarantee we're here every day, but many times we are here on a daily basis and we try to make a difference for you. Today we're going to talk about time management and in using time well. If that's something you're dealing with and or you're trying to find a way to get more out of your day, which I think all of us do, even those of us who are pretty good at time management, could always be a little bit better. And so being able to uh, see where things go in a directive way, and that is here in a meaningful, effective manner. And so there's 5 things I want to go through in this process. The first is um, make choices based on thinking things through beforehand. Make decisive choices. So, what that means is plan for unforeseen circumstances. Have a worst case scenario. Have a what would I do when an unexpected event happens mindset. Now, that doesn't mean we fixate on a worst case scenario. Certainly, that would cause depression, that would cause anxiety, that would cause panic, it would cause us to lose joy. But, for example, if you know a hurricane is coming and you go, what would I do if it actually hits here? And you do that, like, say, 4 or 5 days out, and you have a plan, it's better than going, you know what, it's right here, and now I've got to respond. Similarly, what would I do if I lost my job for the next 6 months? I think one of the most damaging things in the pandemic for people in general is they had no ability to go, here's what I would do in a worst case scenario. And I hope that worldwide, if we learned anything from this pandemic over the last year, it's that having a worst case scenario contingency plan. And I understand that if people are in poverty or they're in financial ruin or they're in a hard situation, developing that is difficult. But the more you're in a bad space, the more you need to have that knowledge in case of a dangerous situation. The next is like unto it, make smart financial choices. What are your goals? Do you want to be retired by 40? Do you want to be retired by 50? Do you want to be able to send your kids to college without a great deal of debt? Do you want to have seen all 50 states and 13 Canadian provinces by the time you're 55? What are your goals? Because your financial choices today impact your goals tomorrow. Imagine the difference for a person who starts putting money away for retirement in at 25 and the person who doesn't start till 50. That's a major life difference. And so managing money well, does having this thing that I'm about to buy, is it going to matter to me in a month? Is it going to matter to me in 6? Now, something small like an investment in a video game, if it's going to bring you joy, but do a cost benefit analysis, um, you know, with everything that you purchase. Now, what does that have to do with time management? Because the more you manage your money well, the more time you have to not worry about money related issues. So, the point there is if you're always overspending and you look at your bills at the end of the month and you go, oh my gosh, I'm over by $1,000 or $10,000 or whatever it is, then you lose all this time with excess worry and stress response. Whereas if you plan out good financial decisions, you begin to be able to go, you know what? Okay, this is paid in 38 seconds. This is paid in 42 seconds. And your managing of your finances takes an hour a month versus draining your energy day by day. The next thing is change your focus and choose your focus. Time management is important, but the question isn't what am I doing or what should I be doing. It's what do I want to have accomplished by the end of the day, by the end of the month, by the end of the week, by the end of the year? What am I really focused on that's going to lead me somewhere? That's the bigger question. People that don't understand or don't focus on their ability to control what they're focusing on and use every day and every moment, even if my focus is for the next half hour, I need to decompress, so I'm going to go watch my favorite stand up comedian do a 30-minute set. If the focus is relaxation, if the focus is I'm going to go pamper my body with a massage, if the focus is okay, I'm going to get serious and write, I don't know, 1,000 words towards the novel that I've been meaning to write for the last 5 years. Whatever it is, be focused in what you're doing and realize that the biggest excuse and one of the biggest self-deception lies in life. I'd say it's one of the top 3 ways that human beings deceive themselves is the lie that they don't have time. No, every person has the same amount of time. There's a difference between I don't have time and I don't manage my time well. And that's an important distinction, one that needs your attention. The next thing in this list that is of importance is kind of finding a way to make every step count. Whether it's I'm doing something for my workplace, I'm doing something to bond with my children or my spouse or my significant other, or I'm trying to find a partner, or I'm trying to find a new job. Why? What is the why of what you're doing right now? For example, the why of what I'm doing right now is my goal is to have the largest self-improvement library on YouTube someday. That may take me 10 years, I don't know. But the steps that I take putting out audio every day has everything to do with that larger goal. That's my why. What's the why of what you're doing right now? What's the why of what you were doing 2 hours ago? What's the why of what you did yesterday? When you understand the why of what you're doing, it's easier to manage your time. The last thing is find a mentor. Now, I'm going to say something controversial. Mentor means more than education in our current world. Here's the reason. Yes, education is important, and certainly there are many jobs for which you need certification or a degree. But if you don't have a mentor, all that you learn in practical application through college and postgraduate degrees means absolutely nothing, because the ability to use what you've learned matters more than learning it at all. Most of what you learn in a high school or college or postgraduate program, you're going to forget anyway. And much of it is about the discipline to be a student. So, without strong mentorship, people that have done what you're trying to do, people that have gone where you're trying to go, you won't get yourself to a place where you're using your skills and talents effectively and efficiently, which means you're going to waste time, which means you're going to waste energy, which leads you to be under effective. So hopefully all of this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.